if you're covered under Executive Order 11246, and you have some federal contracts, then yes, you must provide paid sick leave to the employees. Good thing about the federal law, okay, is that they have theirs based on the 40-hour, work weeks. State laws do not, and that adds to more of the confusion. State laws include, in alphabetical order, Arizona, California, Connecticut. District of Columbia was actually the first one that passed that, and that was a number of years ago. Maine just passed theirs on May 28th, so it's not effective until 1/1/2021. The interesting thing about the Maine law is that it includes anything. So the mandatory paid sick leave law, it doesn't really limit. So if you have a flat tire or you need some car work, you can use the mandatory paid sick leave, okay, in order to get paid for the day. So some other things in here that we have to kind of take a look at, like the maximum days. Those are kinds of things that are kind of important. Then there's Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Oregon, New Jersey just passed theirs relatively recently. Rhode Island, Vermont, and Washington, state of Washington. So we got, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Yeah, I thought we had 13. I just wanted to double check. That's what we had. And yes, let's go to the next one. All right. This is weird. Okay, I'm going to go back and show you because we got California, okay, and then you got Washington. And you got Oregon. So if we go back a slide, see, Oregon has a state law. State of Washington has a state law. So does California. Now, New Jersey used to have, they passed theirs recently. There used to be a number of municipalities in the state of New Jersey that offered the mandatory paid sick leave. Well, you're not going to see that list anymore because New Jersey has a law that states that if the state law is there, then a municipality cannot pass their own laws. And there's some, Arizona has the same kind of law. Okay, so you're not going to see something special for Phoenix, Arizona, because the entire state has a mandatory paid sick leave law. Now, California, Oregon, and Washington do not. And so that's where another area of confusion kind of comes into play, especially if you have, employees in these areas. It's kind of insane to me, but hey, look, with California, there's 49 states that have their own laws, and then I call it the Republic of California because they have all their own different laws, okay, with regard to, not only paid sick leave, paid maternity leave, paternity leave, an extended family medical leave. There's a number of different things, and then you even have, like San Francisco, for example, that for the first 6 weeks of someone's maternity or paternity leave, you've got to pay half of their earnings, which is through state funded. It comes out of the employees' paychecks, as a kind of a tax, part of the unemployment tax. But San Francisco requires you to make up the difference. Okay, so that's another thing. So if you have any employees in San Francisco, and I'm getting way off track here, but I'm getting into something totally different. But the fact of the matter is you have California that has one rule, and then you've got Berkeley, Emeryville. I don't know where Emeryville is. Los Angeles, Long Beach, Oakland, Orange Park, San Diego, San Francisco, Santa Monica. And the thing that you have to know about all of these is every single one of them is different, okay? So if you have employees in California, be very careful to take a look at the overall what the rules are for each of these municipalities. The Cook County in Illinois, which is Chicago, I think it came out about a year and a half ago. Montgomery County in Maryland, about 2 years ago. Minnesota, Duluth, Minneapolis, and St. Paul, they have their own. Minnesota does not have one. So you've got to kind of take a look at that. Now, they're pretty much the same in Minnesota. New York, I was really surprised to find that New York does not have, a statewide paid sick leave law, but New York City and Westchester County do. So the thing is that we're going to see this constantly changing. And if you have employees in New York, keep a hard look on that, because that will be coming up very soon. Okay, and I keep on having to change my slides because when I do this program, which I've done a number of times, because the fact is that it's a little bit on the strange side. So just kind of want to let you know. Okay, and then Portland has their own. Philadelphia, it has their own. Pennsylvania does not. Interesting thing about Pennsylvania is Pittsburgh passed their paid sick leave law, but somehow or another it was deemed to be illegal. I guess Philadelphia has not had their law challenged in court, where Pittsburgh did. Texas does not have a law, okay, overall from the state, but Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas do. So, we are. We're in the middle of July. So, 3 months ago, let's see, April, May, June, July. Okay, 3 months ago, Dallas passed their own law. So we're going to have to kind of make sure that we look at all of these and see what's going on. Again, if you've got employees in Dallas, you've got to make sure that you're in compliance with whatever they have. So just to kind of let you know. And then again, Washington has their own state law, but Seattle, SeaTac, Tacoma, and Spokane, have their own, which are more generous than the state laws. Okay, and the same thing in California, which has their own, and Oregon. When you have Portland and Oregon, the municipal laws are much more generous than what the state law is. So again, you've got to understand what they are, where they are. And I'll be quite honest with you, I get confused with California. But I think the San Diego law, you have to allow up to 80 hours of paid sick leave on the books, for people. So, and another thing, we'll get into how we can manage through that as well. So we'll get there. Now, here's ones. So we got 17. We have 13. Well, really 12, because if we count District of Columbia, if we count District of Columbia, then we got to have 51 states. So it's 50 states. We take the District of Columbia. That's 12 plus 17. These are all going to pass. I mean, it's just a matter of time. All right? And so we know that Alaska, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, North Carolina, they will pass. New York's going to pass very soon. Not sure about the rest of them or where they are. But I will say that more than likely the rest of them will pass. Whether they'll be vetoed by the governor or not, I don't know. That's something else we got to kind of take a look at. So these are the things that are kind of important. So we know that 29 of the 50 states more than likely will have mandatory paid sick leave laws within the next 2 years, most. So and you know how the states are, they all kind of join the bandwagon, and the other ones will fill in later on down the road. So just something to be aware of.